Yeah, well, first of all, I recognize that for a lot of people, going into a group space to engage with your own healing work or to address certain survival emotions such as anger, fear, grief can be really intimidating. I've had a lot of people say to me, I prefer one-on-one because I don't like group space, because I don't want to be vulnerable with a group, because I don't trust the people there. So for a lot of people, a group can feel very scary, very intimidating. And what I have often said to people is that we actually heal collectively. And so we can heal much quicker in a group environment. We can get a lot more out of a group environment than even just one-on-one. Because when we're in a collective, we're experiencing what the group is experiencing. We're relating over shared experiences. We might witness somebody else's process, for example, and or hear their story, and that's going to unlock something in us that maybe we wouldn't have had access to had we not heard that person's share or witnessed their experience. So one of the things that's become really apparent, especially over these past 2 years, is that I don't think that we can do the necessary healing work that's required to get us out of survival stress and step us into what I call your thriving state without the collective coming together. So I think we heal quicker in a group. I think it's actually safer for us to be in a group because we co-regulate, and I'll talk more about what that means. So we actually support one another, nervous system to nervous system, in a group space, which can be very supportive to our nervous systems, finding coherence and regulation again. So that shifting out of survival stress, shifting into thriving states collectively. So I think there's a lot of power in group. One of the key factors that's important when we think about a group is that the group needs to have a foundation of safety. Mm-hmm. So when I talk about safety, I'm not just talking about physical safety, but I'm talking about emotional and psychological safety. And that's set up in the very, very beginning through foundational work that supports the essence of the group so that they understand the boundaries of the group. They understand how to be facilitated in a safe way. They understand what the agreements and rules are within a group environment so that the group can be held in a safe container. So depending on how big the group is, depending on how many people are there, depending on how well the group is relating with one another, all those factors have to be taken into consideration to create a safe container for the group. So once the container is set, then the group can actually kind of shift into the next phase, which is what I would call kind of the down and under, up and out phase. We have the foundation where we set safety, we set the container, we bring in context, information, we bring in connection, we bring in regulation, we learn the skills that are necessary. Then we move into the process itself of doing any of the work that's needed to shift from survival stress to thriving states. That's the down and under, up and out. And then the third phase would be the phase in which we're celebrating. We're stepping into our new story as a group and as an individual. And we're bringing in celebration and honoring into that new story so that we can really walk into our lives carrying this new state of being. So I see it as like a three-phased approach to making sure that, the group is well contained and held in a very safe but therapeutic and healing space.